part of it's over here. The thymus gland runs down here, around over the trachea, and is U-shaped. Okay, then when you move the thymus gland out of the way, theirs is not very good, but this is the thyroid gland right here, sitting right on top of the trachea. Are you guys taking pictures or are you videotaping?
Video.
Okay. What else do we want to know? Does anyone know our veins? Are we familiar with our
Probably daily.
blood vessels? What is this artery right here running right beside either side of the trachea?
Jugular.
Artery.
Carotid.
Good. Carotid artery. Okay? What's the innermost vein running on the inner side of your neck? Internal jugular. Okay, and that runs on either side, right? What's the outermost? External jugular. Good. Okay, let's see. What else do we have? This dissection of the veins is not very good. Break it. Okay, well, let's move on because the vasculature here is not very good. Anyone?
The bulge.
Yep, the bulge in the trachea here. Larynx and pharynx. That's basically voice box. Vocal cords are located in there. Humans, it's also known as the Adam's apple. So you can feel your own pharynx and larynx. Okay, we have heart, pericardial sac around the heart, right? What are these?
Lungs.
Lungs, with this muscular layer that separates the thoracic cavity from the abdomen.
Diaphragm.
Diaphragm, good. Which this thin layer of skin that goes over the kidneys, goes all over the inside of the abdomen. The peritoneum. Peritoneum, mesentery, basically has a similar function, but it keeps all of the small intestine and pancreas and things like that attached to one another. This is all known as mesentery. And if you have an intestinal perforation or something, the mesentery will go around and stick to that, and it helps it heal. So you don't leak out intestinal fluid and go septic and die. Okay, what is this?
Liver.
Liver. On the bottom side of the liver, we have a green little sac here. Gallbladder full of bile. And bile does what? Emulsifies fats. Good. What does that mean?
Breaks it down.
Yeah. Breaks it down into smaller little pieces, right? Okay, what's this big
Stomach.
sac here? Stomach. Okay? What's this?
Spleen.
Spleen. Good. What's this right here? Smaller, looks kind of beat up. Is the pancreas. Okay? Coming from the stomach, this little sphincter that you have coming from the stomach going to the small intestine is what? Pyloric sphincter. Good. Then you have small intestine. This is all small intestine. You can tell because it's smaller than the large intestine, which is right here. This is all large intestine. What's this little tip here in the large intestine? Cecum. Good. And you have ascending colon, you have descending colon, down into where you get to rectum.
So the rectum's thinner than the colon.
No, not necessarily. It's just located in a different spot. Probably the rectum is actually bigger.
Okay, I see.
Okay, let's see. We have this right here. What is this organ?
Kidney.
Good. Over here, we have one to match, right? Okay, now going to the stuff that we learned today, the urogenital tract. What runs from the kidney to the bladder?
Ureters.
Ureters, right? This is one ureter. Okay? What's the sex of this pig? Does anyone know?
Male.
It's a male, and we can tell because, first of all, we can see its testes. And it's got a urogenital opening right here where the penis is. So, getting back to where we were going on our tract. Kidney, ureter, attaches down to the bottom of the bladder here. This is your urinary bladder. Okay? What comes from the bladder and empties its way down into the urethra, down through the urethra into the penis? Well, the urethra is what I was looking for. So we have bladder, then we have urethra. Okay? This is Cowper's gland. And everything from bladder to Cowper's gland is urethra. And everything past Cowper's gland is penis. Okay? All right. Pig also has, on the outside, the skin layer here is scrotum. All right, the two testicles. Once you remove the testicles initially, you will have still a testy sac wrapped around them. It's a lot like the peritoneum or the pericardial sac around the heart, or the peritoneum around the kidneys that lines the whole abdominal cavity. This testicle still has the testy sac on it. And this one, I've broken the sac off and kind of pulled it down and away from the testy so you could see the differentiation between all the different skin layers and cell types and tissue types. So we have testy right here. Okay, this layer of tissue that kind of surrounds it and engulfs and holds the testy is the epididymis, and this is vas deferens.